When they scored that tying goal, I really thought that we were going to lose again. They were going to put one more in before regulation ended, and we were not going to get any points from this game. I really was nervous.
Well, don't be, because I mean, they won. I wasn't nervous at all.
You're really weird. You know that, right?
No choking this time. The Hawks win 6-5 in a shootout over the Columbus Blue Jackets.
This one had a lot, but let's not waste any time and let's go talk about the game.
So the game kind of starts off slow, but when the Hawks get a power play about 13 minutes left in the first period, just about 7 minutes into the game, things change and the Hawks go on the power play. On this power play, Boakfist, who is back in the lineup, his third game back in the lineup. First game back was against Detroit when they won 2-0. He comes back in the lineup, fires a shot on net, misses it. Soderberg tries to give it to Carpenter. Korpisalo's down at this point because Carpenter missed the puck completely entirely. Puck gets back to Patrick Kane. He shoots it. There's a mad scramble in front, and it looks like Carl Soderberg tipped it with his stick, and it just is a slow roller that somehow goes under the pad of Korpisalo or something and goes into the net. It's a power play goal for Carl Soderberg. His second power play goal in 2 games. The second straight goal that the Hawks score is a power play goal from Carl Soderberg. A bit of a weird fact for you there. A couple minutes later, about halfway through the period, Jackets are trying to clear the puck, get out of the zone. They try to attempt a pass, and it looks like it hits the skate of Alex DeBrincat. And it's a 2-on-0 with Suter and Kane. Suter has the puck. He knows exactly what to do. Passed over to Kane, and wow! 2-0 Hawks. Patrick Kane with the howitzer that beats Korpisalo. Woo! 2-0. He doesn't miss. Hawks start off pretty well in this one. That's a good sign. About a minute and a half later, the Jackets get a break here. Literally, they get a break. Weird chip up. Finds Cam Atkinson, who, if you remember the last 2 games we played against Columbus, was involved with literally every single goal. He comes in and he buries it behind Lankinen. Man, he beats out Mitchell, and Keith can't get over there in time. He's kind of backhands it under him, and the Jackets are on the board. Another weird thing I didn't mention. Second straight game, the Hawks play a team in the reverse retros. I don't even know if this is a reverse retro. Columbus is playing in what would be a throwback uniform. I really like these. These are pretty interesting color scheme. They kind of get rid of the red in this one. Kind of go with the blue and a cream, light blue look. They look kind of good. Definitely, if the Jackets were around for longer, this would definitely look like a jersey that the Jackets would have worn back in the 70s or the 80s or the 60s. This was a uniform that looks pretty vintage. And the Jackets, I give them props for a great uniform design, for a great throwback uniform design. I really like these. Enough of me ranting and idolizing other teams' throwback retro jerseys. First period's over. It's 2-1 Hawks. The Hawks outshot the Jackets 17-5 or something like that. Just an unbelievable first period for the Hawks. They just absolutely destroyed them, and they're only up by 1. And now it gets even worse because their 6th shot of the game is the first shot on a power play that they get in the first minute of the period. Seth Jones takes the faceoff and just gives it to Laine, and he just does his best Ovechkin impression and just slaps that, blasts it past Lankinen, and just like that, the game is tied. Jackets have 2 goals on 6 shots. The Hawks have 2 goals on 17. Just a few minutes later, the Jackets get another breakaway, and Bjorkstrand gets a little bit of edge behind the 2 Blackhawks defenders, but he's tripped. He gets tripped, and the penalty shot is called. Mitchell trips Bjorkstrand, and he has a penalty shot here, which he moves in really slow and monotonous. It wasn't really actually even interesting. Lankinen makes a pretty easy save, and we're still tied. A few minutes later, Brandon Hagel has it in the Jacket zone. He gets a nice little pass to Kane. His shot is stopped by Korpisalo. It's popped up in the air. Korpisalo got a good piece of it. And instead of it falling, in the net or on top of the net, it falls directly on Patrick Kane's stick as he goes around behind the net. And he's able to find a wide open Brandon Hagel to bury it past Korpisalo. And the Hawks are up 3-2, just like that. On a nice play from Patrick Kane. The awareness here to find a passing lane just like that to Hagel. And Hagel has another goal here. Really like to see that. The Hawks take another penalty. So the Jackets go back on the power play. And Jones has it again about halfway through it. He gets it to Atkinson. Cross-ice pass to Patrick Laine. And you can't just leave him open like this. He walks up, he takes a couple strides, and fires it past Lankinen. Patrick Laine has 2 PPGs. And the Jackets have tied the game again at 3 apiece. Laine has 2 goals. Atkinson has 1 goal. And Atkinson involved in this one yet again with the cross-ice pass to Laine, the primary assist. So, 5 minutes to go. Hawks have a draw in the Jackets zone. They win it. It's Keith. He gets a soft touch to Kubalik. And... blah! Kubalik! Oh my goodness! A snipe just under the crossbar, roofs it over Korpisalo, and the Hawks regain the lead. Kubalik, fantastic power shot, slap shot. Woo! That goal will surely get you fired up if you're a Hawks fan. That is a fantastic shot. Wasn't even tipped. Looked like it could have well gotten tipped. It didn't. It beats Korpisalo on the shot from Kubalik himself. Just under the crossbar, a perfectly placed shot. That was fantastic. That takes us to the end of the second period. 4-3, the Hawks have the advantage. A couple minutes in, the Hawks find themselves in a 5-on-3 situation, and Kane gets it over to Kubalik, who blasts it. He just scored one like that, but that one doesn't go his way. It's blocked by Gavrikov. Kubalik recovers the puck in the lost blocked shot. He gets it over to Kane. Dances with it a little bit. Then fakes out, passes right to Boqvist, right on the stick, and he also fires it. Another, blah! Adam Boqvist bangs it in past Korpisalo. The Jackets didn't even think the puck went in the net. They thought it hit the crossbar, but it didn't hit the camera on the back of the net. So it gave that off that illusion. But Adam Boqvist gets a goal in his 3rd game back on the roster. Glad to see it. Hawks back up 2 on the 5-on-3 goal from Boqvist. A few minutes later, the Hawks commit yet another penalty, so the Jackets go on the power play again. As that power play is winding down, Hawks look they might be able to kill it. Roslovic has it back, and a no-look perfect pass to the stick of Oliver Bjorkstrand beats Lankinen. Perfect pass from Roslovic, and it's the 3rd power play goal of the game for the Jackets. That's hurting our penalty kill immensely right now. That one can't happen much more often. You cannot let up 3 power play goals often if you want to consistently win. Under 5 minutes to go, Laine has it in the Hawk zone. He just drives, gets a nice little touch pass to Bjorkstrand, and he's scoring again. He scores past Lankinen, and he's tied the game for Columbus with both goals that they needed. This was a weird little play. Both Bjorkstrand and what looks like Foligno were right there to receive the pass, but it looks like they faked out Lankinen by assuming that Laine passed it to Foligno, but he actually got it to Bjorkstrand, and he ties it up. And oh no, we're getting flashbacks to what happened just about a week ago at this point. I was half expecting this team to win it in regulation again and steal another 2 points from us. Man, that was close. But the Hawks stand their ground and force the game into overtime this time. They'll get to overtime on the road. Gonna be honest, overtime was pretty boring. The only thing worthy of note here, time winding down in the dying seconds, Domi gets it up for guess who? Oliver Bjorkstrand. He moves in on Lankinen. And oh my goodness, Kevin Lankinen shuts the door and says no. We've run out the clock and we're going to a shootout for just the 2nd time this season. We lost the first one against Nashville. Let's see if we can pick up the shootout win this time.
That's exactly what happens. Alex DeBrincat on the first shot for the Hawks slides it past Korpisalo. Line misses, and they can't get it done.
The game ends as Roslovic just screws it up himself. Lankinen doesn't really do much. He screws up his own handle and loses the puck. That's it. Game over. Hawks win 6-5. They survive the comeback and are able to salvage the 2 points from Columbus.
These two teams have seen a lot of each other recently. And yeah, we got one more game. Let's go ahead and get another 2 points. Let's go 4-for-4 on this one. Let's hope.
I really don't have anything else to say. This was a pretty good game. Love the uniforms from the Jackets. Hawks played well. This was really a game full of slap shots. So many goals were just bang, bang, bang into the net. It was just really weird to see all these slap shots just go in. That was pretty much like the only way people were able to score tonight. Or at least that's what it looked like. A ton of those. But, I mean, other than that, a couple wacky goals for the Hawks that went their way. And they ended up pulling out the win in the shootout, which is big for them. Shootouts, I've never really viewed the Hawks as a really good shootout team. Maybe I'm wrong. I never really did see them as a really good shootout team. But they get the shootout win here, and that's how this one comes to a close. So that'll do it for this Score Fest. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.